today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Tennessee Titans versus Russell Wilson and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his fourth year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm. And that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Mahomes, 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a 6-time Pro Bowler now in his 9th NFL season. It's Russell Wilson.
Well, he started his season the way that everyone wants to start their season, with an absolute bang. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's see where he goes from here.
Set the bar high. Week 2, we'll see what he can do. On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete to John Ross. 7 yards to pick up there.
Complete to John Ross.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That, too.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 15 carries, 74 yards. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
By Kenneth Murray.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
6-man. Check cross, check.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
At the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on second down. Wilson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Westbrook.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
I call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 39.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Gain of 26 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Ronald Jones.
The numbers for Jones last week, 11 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That ball complete to Isabella. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Titans, nothing.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Carrier.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for a 2nd. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Jaguar 1st down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The tackle made.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This one caught by Isabella. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
A gain of 26.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
At the 8-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Returns. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on defense a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Kenneth Murray in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
46-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw it one deep.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Jaguars.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Smith catches left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And a Jaguar first down.
Now Wilson on first down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Jacksonville.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
At the 9-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. The 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's like none on this one either.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
On the play. 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
Wilson.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
The tackle made by...
From the 38, Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Marquise Brown.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
And 6 yards.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And this one incomplete.
Wilson.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
10 yards to go.
Wilson will throw again. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st down.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
32-yard line. 12 yards on the play. But it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Let him know. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sack.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
The Jaguars take over.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He has been on his A game. We're in the 3rd quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes.
The 44-yard
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone. Or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Jaguar first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st down, Wilson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, and try to figure out what...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Patrick Mahomes sacked.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him?
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kenneth Murray in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And this will be caught by Mooney. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Wilson on first down. He's got Denzel Mims, the rookie from Baylor. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Dobbins. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
3-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run.
Set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Kenneth Murray getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. And the pressure gets to him again. Devin White providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
48-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking, because parity was something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, a season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ball game. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Here's Wilson on first and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown.
Darrington Evans with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
For the point after.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need some. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Mahomes sacked.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown Titans. John Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero.
On for the point out.
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point put through by Boswell as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Set to kick off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 16, Wilson will find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Give them a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead, but don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory.
Under pressure, they got him again. Kenneth Murray. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The pass there complete to Westbrook. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56. Mike, 56.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Wilson wants to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Wilson.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
A gain of 33.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Wilson able to find Isabella. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
7-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant.
Wilson's pass.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Oh, Wilson going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Patrick Mahomes sacked. Brought down back at the 19-yard line. Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Jacksonville, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time.